So here's the former UFC heavyweight champion, cardio, Cain Velasquez. Nobody is better equipped to talk about this man and all that he brings to the table than you, DC.
Just a fantastic mixed martial artist. From the first time I saw Cain at the American Kickboxing Academy, I understood that I was no longer just looking at a wrestler, but a true fighter. Cain had an ability to push and train at a level that not even the welterweights could keep up with. Just a workhorse in the highest sense of the word, a guy that was willing to lay it all out on the line. Some of the performances that this man has had truly allows him to be considered one of the greatest heavyweight fighters of all time.
And he puts that status on the line every time he makes the walk, including tonight. Good to see Cain Velasquez back. Cain Velasquez finds himself in yet another big spot here tonight. Down in the world-famous Octagon, ready to go with more live action from Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, USA. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. We send it inside the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former UFC heavyweight champion, Cain Velasquez! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Silky!
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the Octagon tonight. So here's Cain Velasquez yet again. More often than not, you know what's coming. At some point, the takedown should be there in round one. And then the question is, what does Velasquez do with it? Some of the best ground and pound in the game. Cain Velasquez is back. You can hear the fans are excited as well. Velasquez gets the early takedown. Nice start to the round for him. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's got his back.
Now he's on top, exactly where he wanted to go.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Velasquez. Making all these shots count. Another ground and pound strike lands. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Velasquez ground and pound from half guard. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangle.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Velasquez. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
In the half guard.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Velasquez is back in full mount. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Nicely done.
He's got to be careful here. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
How fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Velasquez. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Easy. Let's keep up the pace, keep up the pressure. He's a piece of meat out there just waiting to be knocked out.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Velasquez gets tagged with that jab. Pretty good weapon for him tonight. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Uppercut lands. So he lands another counter strike there, all set up by his brilliant job defensively, getting that head off of the center line and using his opponent.
He's wobbling now. Oh, beautiful level change. Oh, he's attacking guillotine. Yep, that guillotine's deep.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it shows in that defense.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Just over 3 minutes now to go. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
On to the mount. Great job not only reversing the position, but getting to your dominant position. I mean, way to stay aware and stay safe defensively. He passes to half guard.
All right, side control now. Good work from the top here by Velasquez. These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Strike that!
Velasquez is able to transition back to side control now.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed.
What are you doing out there? Let's shake it off. We need to do exactly what we did in the gym. I want you to keep your hands up, keep moving your head, keep moving your feet, cut those angles, and let's change it up.
All right, so there's the end of the round. We had a big submission attempt there midway through, but largely the submission defense held up.
It wasn't tight. We thought the fight was over, but stayed patient, stayed calm, relaxed, and found his way out of that deep submission.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway. Oh, timely hook. Takedown defense holds up.
Oh, right into mount. This is where he wants to be.
Well, he's got his back now. Velasquez is really pressing now. He's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat.
Beautiful transition.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Velasquez. Another ground and pound strike gets home. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Constantly a moving target. We have crossed the midpoint of this fight.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish the fight.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter take the judges out.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Man, what a fight.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you. Oh, nice takedown defense. Nice shot to the head from the clinch position.
Oh, nice scramble by him there. Takedown defense on the point. He is a master. Oh, strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up. But you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
All right, so the round is over, and this fighter's eye is swollen shut. Well, not quite, but it's getting worse at this point in time, and it's certainly something that bears watching. The cut man in there quickly. He has applied the end swell, but I'm not sure this fighter's going to be able to answer the bell here for this next round. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. You take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs. He's got to move. They're going to stop the fight if he doesn't move.
Right down.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
Oh, looks as though that right eye might be starting to shut. Yes, it is. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Oh, big shots here. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Side control now. Velasquez is back in side control here. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage on.
You know, I got to tell you, I'm not sure that his face could be much more swollen at this point in time. Got to raise that guard.
You got to get the high guard. I mean, at this point, John, you got to forget everything else and get the guard up high, keep the elbows in tight, and try to make sure that nothing lands clean on your face. Every time, you're going to just get more and more swollen.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Just gotta be careful here.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Oh, getting leaky now. The hard ground and pound has opened up a cut. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. And what a round! All right, there's the horn. The round is over, and how about the swelling on that eye? It is only getting worse by the moment. It looks like the eye isn't completely shut, but it is moving in that direction. Not a good reality for him here. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he lands. Great job. Now into his mouth.
Back mount now. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Working out of the half guard here.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Beautiful ground and pound, and that would cut him.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Velasquez. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Changing the position.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Velasquez ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there.
He's got to start throwing now.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. Another strike lands to that swollen area. The in swell would come in handy right now.
Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
Another.
What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. Official decision now in.
After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Cain Velasquez!
All right, so a big win for cardio Cain Velasquez here tonight, and I know a big part of the narrative here during fight week was the back injury that has taken up a good chunk of Cain's prime. Certainly didn't seem to be injured here tonight as he turns back the clock and shows you that vintage Velasquez form that for a while resulted in him being the best heavyweight in the world.